So for the Star Wars matches tonight that we're going to have to do live, they're not all in one video, which means I'm going to have to scrub forward for the next match. And then we'll be ready for the second.
It's going to look kind of tacky, isn't it? You should unshare the screen.
Yeah, that does make sense. I definitely unshare the screen.
I also wanted to get with you. Are we going to do the live stream of Hannah versus Saul on Friday?
We should really still figure that one out, I guess.
I think let's contemplate when we're going to do that.
Hey, whoa, what's going on, guys? We're the Cinefanatics. My name's Chris Adams.
I'm Robert Adams.
I don't know how I didn't already realize that camera was recording. I hit the record button. So tonight is a reaction. We're doing another reaction for Schmoedown. We just do reactions all the time here on this channel, apparently. It seems like.
I go to work, I come home, I eat, bathroom, reaction, that's it.
I love how you threw bathroom in there. Like,
you got to throw bathroom in there. It's a part of the circle of life there.
I just go to the bathroom. I don't talk about it. Anyway, guys, the match tonight is the Barbarian making his Innergeekdom debut versus one of the veteran mainstays of this division, Adam Hlavac. Ooh.
Oh, this could be a good match.
It is. You know what else is good matches? Every other match in this tournament. That's right. We have our bracket now. Here's the bracket.
Shiny. It's so pretty.
And as you can see for this first match, we've got Barbarian.
So we chose Barbarian just based off of the fact that he's been a pretty big knowledge trivia powerhouse so far.
He's a Barbarian.
Yeah, you got it. Where we've heard where other members of the Finstock Exchange are actually turning to him for advice and clarification.
Yeah.
I could have sworn I heard at one point he was actually there to help out with a challenge that they had. I don't know exactly if I heard that right, but
I mean, at this point, he's been a fan of the thing. He knows the game. He knows how to play it. He knows movies. He's got all kinds of movie knowledge. You've experienced this firsthand on the Video Chronic Pop Culture Quiz.
Yeah, I've played with him, against him on the Video Chronic quizzes. The man knows his stuff.
Yeah.
He definitely, him and his Elvis, they know what's up. They know what's going on. They're going to lay the smackdown on yeah. They're going to lay some smackdown on this tournament.
Might just leave this on me the rest of the video. This is Rue. And if you can't figure out what animal that is based off of what I just said, then...
My first thought was the little girl from Hunger Games. Wow.
Nope, that's not politically correct whatsoever. Oh, that's awful. All right. So moving on from that.
You just killed the little girl and used...
Again, moving on from that, we Barbarian. I expect great things out of the Barbarian. He's a strong player. Adam Hlavac, though, the reason why I would almost want to go with him is because he's a veteran of this division. He knows how the Innergeekdom division. I'm not holding this all night. He knows.
It's a little bit bigger than Elvis is.
Yeah, it just takes up way too much of my arm.
It's Elvis in the later years.
It's Elvis after a few years of beers and nice, delicious steaks and whatnot.
And peanut butter and banana.
Anyway, almost want to go with Hlavac, though, just because of his time in this division, and he knows how this is played. He knows Innergeekdom movies. He's got all the knowledge there. It's just that I just trust at this point that Barbarian is the powerhouse that he is touted to be at this point. Did I say at this point multiple times? I did. At this point, I say at this point a lot. At this point.
I agree with all of that.
Right.
So Barbarian, definitely, I agreed that Barbarian's going to win this. We should just get into this match.
Yep, and once again, a reminder for the factions here. This is going to be Finstock Exchange versus Swag.
Dripping.
Still working on it. Probably never get there. Go home, Rue.
But you're missing the beginning. They're showing them.
Hey, look, there they are. They're right there. And here am I.
Welcome back, movie trivia Schmoedown fans. Well, the play-in matches.
Gambit!
Dude, look, he's actually wearing like the vest, but he looks like he's dressed kind of like Gambit.
I want him to have the latex.
Yeah.
Face mask.
And dominantly, I should say. They are both in
Good
the
old
tournament
Gambit.
And our
Please speak in a
Cajun
Cajun accent this entire time.
And we started
That
today.
looks a lot like our
Mark,
bracket.
Oh,
how you doing, buddy?
Oh, Christian, you wake up, the birds are singing, the sun is shining, and we know that the new Innergeekdom tournament is officially upon us. It's like waking up the Thursday morning of March Madness. Don't you just have nothing but greatness all weekend long? And that's what the fans
March
are gonna
was
watch
madness.
for the better part of at least the next month. And I know that we don't ask Mortal Kombat
So was
related
April
questions,
and May.
but I think I'm accurate in quoting your good friend
June's.
Shang Tsung. It has
I think
begun.
the March
It
Madness
absolutely
is
has
now
begun,
like
and
July
what a way to
Madness.
begin it here today
Well, we haven't hit July
you
yet.
have swag
Yeah,
and
but that's when they're gonna
Finstock
play it,
Exchange.
supposedly.
They have been
Oh, you're talking about
battling
the actual
for first
sport
and
of
second
basketball.
place.
Yeah.
Back
Pass
and
me the
forth
rock.
Have gone over the last couple of weeks here, and Winston has proven to be an amazing manager, and he's
Drip,
up
drip.
against the three-time manager of the year in Finstock. We have the Finstock Exchange. It was the number 6 pick of the draft, and that is the Barbarian, and he goes up against veteran IG competitor Adam the Haymaker Hlavac.
That's right, Christian. It's almost like
For a second
Adam
there,
is like the senior
Barbarian
in high
kinda looked
school
like
who's
our
the
cousin,
incumbent starter on
with
the
all
team.
that hair on
Here
his face.
comes his
Yeah.
freshman. Nobody really
Cousin
knows
it.
much about him, but they know he has game. And so if you're Adam, you're looking at like, hey, I got to keep these
Drinking game.
whippersnappers at bay.
Take
But
a
with
sip
the
every time
Barbarian, I mean,
Mark
that guy
says
has
Adam Hlavac's
proven,
name wrong.
Even in an exhibition match as ridiculous as Jurassic Park, that he can
Extra
run
points if
roughshod
he actually
through
says
just about
Hlavac.
anybody.
Well, that's the big question, though, because Adam Hlavac is absolutely, he's been a veteran in this league now for a while. He started in the teams division, and he's
Sounds
the thing with
familiar.
Adam, we know his raw knowledge. We
Look,
know that he's a very, very busy dude.
The words I
He's-
use are the
there's
correct
so
words.
much- there's only so much,
Which
he's
is
able
why
to
they're also
study
using them,
for
because
it,
they are the
right?
correct
But
words to
the question
use.
is,
That's
he's
just
come
how
in
this works
before,
out.
and he's
We
played,
never we
and
aren't
you said,
watching these
okay,
matches
well,
beforehand.
Adam
You're
might
getting
not
our
win
fresh
this, and then you
reaction.
put him up
I
against
swear.
former champion and his buddy Hector Navarro, and he wins. Right, and then he gets himself
Otherwise, we'd
into
get
a
every
match
question
against
correct.
Kevin Smets, and he didn't see it coming. But we don't know what the Barbarian is. We have no idea how he's going to be.
I agree.
He's a teams and singles guy. So is he going to be good in IG? He's only played one match, Mark, the Barbarian, and he has this kind of legendary aura around him already. And he hasn't even he's played one match.
The
and that
name
was in
Barbarian
singles.
helps.
Yeah, Christian, you and I have done a number of these matches together in our years, and I think the thing that we see when
CROM.
we have somewhat of an unknown quantity with the Barbarian and somebody who you're
Fire
just not
Emblem?
really sure what he's going to be able to pull in the moment with Adam, I think that it's
Marth.
going to come down to round number 2, the wheel
Quoting,
round. What do you
Schwarzenegger.
spin? And
Roy.
that is going to incorporate the help of their managers to help coach them through. This is a good category.
I've never played Fire
This
Emblem.
is
I've only
not a
played
good
Super Smash
category.
Brothers.
Spin again, take this. That's where I think this match is really going to be won and lost.
It's a great point because this is not just the Barbarian versus Adam. This is Gucci versus Winston. I mean, it really is. And Winston, we've talked about every single time
that'll
that
be
he
fun.
appears of what he's been able to do this season as a manager. And Gucci's a legend. He's a legendary manager. We know that. And I think that even Gucci will tell you that he's got a lot of respect for what Winston has done so far. But this is about Hlavac. This is about the Barbarian. We're going to see how we got to this point in this first match.
Ooh, let's do it.
Here we go.
3, 2,
Mm.
1. I'll remember.
And your winner!
That was a rough day for him.
Are you planning to continue to study and participate in the Innergeekdom League?
Oh, I'm mad now.
I had to do this after spending all day at the Marvel Comic Con panel. I'm angry.
You know Adam Hlavac?
You won't like me when I'm angry.
You know he's a flip-flopper. Who's going to show up? Is it going to be the Adam Hlavac who beat Hector Navarro? Or is it going to be the Adam Hlavac that got smoked by Smets in San Diego? It doesn't really make a difference which one shows up.
Oh, hello there.
Barbarian, clearly a force to be reckoned with. Here in the
Obi-Wan?
Schmoedown, he didn't miss a question.
He did not miss a question. Perfect so far.
Barbarian, Barbarian, Barbarian. A player's name I keep hearing. Someone who's never played in the Innergeekdom before, who thinks he can kick me down so easy.
Our first match is against Adam, the Haymaker Hlavac.
Adam Hlavac, that's an OG in the game, baby. That means he is ready for that fire, and he's going to bring it.
He's been in this league for a few years now, so we went back and watched all his matches. And guess what we found? He's one hell of a strong competitor.
We're not looking
What?
at Adam Hlavac. Don't get it
Whoa,
wrong.
whoa,
Get us
whoa, whoa,
twisted here. The guy can surprise. But honestly, I just don't see it happening. No one's as hungry as the Barbarian.
Where-
I've never seen anybody train
where's Gucci
like
walking
this guy,
at?
except other people on my team.
Barbarian, as they call him. Well, we've evolved. We've swagged up.
This will be a lot of fun. This will be interesting to see just how well he does, to see how well he studied me.
Is he on a swing?
I got a message for you.
Yeah.
Maker of hay, we fight for our dearly departed Red Sonja. She's risen into CROM's mighty palace in the sky,
See, CROM.
where she sits at his right hand. And if we want to join her someday, we need to accumulate as much glory as we can wherever we go. And this week, Adam, we're going through you.
It's been a long time coming, so I hope you enjoy it.
Our goal here
was great and
is to
sad all at
knock
the same time.
Swag and Dan
Yeah.
out of the tournament at any given time and let other people catch up. We have no problem with that.
Gucci. I see you, bro.
Oh God.
6-pack versus keg, baby. Crip, crip.
He just said 6-pack versus keg. Oh my gosh, I love Winston so much.
As you see, there's a lot of hype on the Barbarian.
I don't
There's
wanna
a lot
see
of,
the-
excitement
just-
around the Barbarian, but you cannot sleep on what the Haymaker has done in this league. He's a very knowledgeable guy. He is a guy that can. He'll shock you with what he knows, and the next thing, oh, I thought I had an easy win, and then you lose in the first round of the tournament.
You know, you do about 95% of the nicknames.
Mark, that is not a Cajun
that,
accent.
Or the origins anyway for the Schmoedown. Were you the one responsible for Haymaker as well?
I was.
Because that is such an app. I don't like giving you credit. You know it makes my skin crawl, but calling him the Haymaker because the guy, he's exactly like a George Foreman, where maybe not the most athletic or throwing the most punches or whatever, but there's just that one punch that can knock you out. The Barbarian has got to keep it.
And then he sold the Adam Hlavac
Because we don't know
grills.
what the Barbarian knows. We have no idea.
I think I'd buy one of those.
But with that, we have mentioned before, let's look at these standings right here. Here you go. This is where we stand today with the factions. And as we look at those, Swag and the Finstock Exchange, either one of these victories, either one could need a victory here with the big 3 points or potential 4 should there be a knockout. All right, so we have heard them talk so far this season, and there he is again. To nobody's surprise, no shirt. He is the Gooch Man, Bobby Finstock, Tom Dagnino, manager of the
family
Finstock
show.
Exchange, and the manager of Swag. There you go.
Oh,
And Marshall.
both here.
How are you doing here? That's right. So let's
Got a nice little beer, I see. Nice.
Winston, I got to talk to you here first, man, because you've been getting a lot of props, and I think and you should be from what you've done so far with Swag. Everyone talked about the Finstock Exchange being the Yankees of the Schmoedown, and nobody knew what Swag's going to do. And here you guys are, neck and neck with the Finstock Exchange. How you feeling about this match? How you feeling about Adam's chances against the Barbarian?
I mean, I feel good. It's one of those things that I'm not ignorant enough to ignore that rookies are in the league for a reason, but Barbarian's a rookie, so there's a lot of potential there. There's a lot of I saw his first match, so that can be deadly, knowing because he just knows a lot of stuff. But I will, until proven otherwise, I will always take the vet over the rookie. That's just how that goes, and Adam has proven himself more than enough times. So I think we're ready for this. I'm ready to see what he's got.
He could be right.
People count him out. I'd love for him to just run through everybody. Let's do it.
Tom, what is your laundry cycle? Actually, I have a better question for you, and that is simply this. So I was on stage at the Schmoedown Awards, and I had the honor, I think rightfully so, of presenting you with Manager of the Year. So
That's correct.
Reigning Manager of the Year, what are you telling a guy like Barbarian who doesn't really seem flappable?
Bless you, Winston.
It's his first time.
That's right.
doing
He cannot be
something of
flapped.
this magnitude in this division. What's the strategy?
I mean, look, great question. I mean, no one knows what he's going to do here. No one knew what he was going to do in his first regular match. And he came out and just went pretty perfect. I mean, this guy, I don't think anybody in the league, and I have the best guys on my team in the league, nobody puts in as much work as this guy does. I have never seen this kind of work ethic. He's like a thoroughbred horse. His recall and his memory I've never seen it before. And like I said, I've managed some of the best guys around. Marl, Roca, Bateman, Riley, all those guys. Fantastic individuals, great players, and the best players, no question. But this guy's work ethic, I mean, he's calling me at 3 a.m, asking questions. And I'm like, yeah, I know, that work. Oh, yeah, well, I'm always up at 3
Well, let
in
me
the
ask
morning.
you a question.
That's when I make my most calls.
Well, Tom, one of the things, too, I think that Barbarian was chosen in the 6th round.
Correct.
And we saw last season that he approached you, told you that he wanted you to draft him. You did just that. How did you get the intel on the Barbarian? How did you know to steal him? And are you surprised that nobody picked him up a little earlier?
Oh, I am 100% surprised nobody picked him up. I thought he was going to go in the top 3 rounds. And I mean, honestly, he probably should have went in the 1st round, knowing what we know now. When you just look in people's eyes sometimes, when he first came up to me, he was dead serious, very intimidating.
He's not going to go 5th round
fellow.
next draft.
I mean, just built like
assuming that
like an animal.
Gucci isn't
like he
protecting
is a
him.
barbarian. So the way I look at it is, there was a bunch of other guys coming up to me and trying to, get into the exchange. Obviously, a manager of the year for a reason, and they want to be on a squad that's going to win. That's clear. But what he did, there was something different about him. And when he came up, it was an aura. It was very memorable.
Did we talk to Gucci?
And that's the kind of characters we need on the FinStack exchange. Not just guys.
I don't
who
know
can
if we
answer
directly
questions,
talked to Gucci.
but guys who could be
I
fantastic
talked to
characters. And this
essentially
guy's
his
gonna
second in
take the league
command,
by
Bateman.
storm. We want.
Oh, yeah.
We're not looking past Adam Hlavac here.
He asked me some very pointed questions, to which I answered honestly, and that's why we're not on.
I got it. You and I
FinStock
talked about
exchange.
this before the show, and Winston, I hate to put you in this position. You might require another pull on that beer to answer it, but you are going up against the reigning manager of the year. Is there anything that you can look at how he manages his players and say, "Oh, I should add that to my repertoire with my faction"?
I just find it hard to fully take someone serious that could sunburn at any moment. Like that's always kind of difficult for me. I respect Gucci and what he's done, like for sure. There's no doubt at all. But as much as he goes shirtless, he's got to be rocking SPF 200 at this point. So that eats away at brain cells. So I'm chilling.
It's pretty amazing stuff. No, look, Winston, look, he's right on our heels. There's no question about that. And I've said this before. FinStock Exchange, nobody in the FinStock Exchange thought we were going to run away with this thing, and we're not going to run away with this thing. There's too many talented players in the league. And Winston, like I said, him and Kate, they're right on our heels right now. So, we'll see. Kudos to him. But this ain't going to go in the way you want today.
I mean, I appreciate that, and I appreciate the challenge. I'm not like one of these people like Floyd Mayweather who likes to fight people past their prime or, like to shy away from the top. I want everybody in the exchange. I want to fight all of you, and I want to knock you in the mouth.
That's
so
fair.
I'm ready for it. Let's go.
That's fair. The horses are ready.
All right, well, here we go. Thank you to both Winston and Bobby Gucci there. To Mark, look, it's just two of the prime managers confident in their competitors, needing a win, wanting a win, and starting off the tournament. I think this is a good way to do it.
Yeah, Christian, I think that went about as classy and about as clean as you're going to get with these two factions. At least one of them had a shirt on, and the other one, at least his microphone was blocking what none of us need to see, ever.
All right. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm pumped, man. This is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing the FinStock Exchange, making his Schmoedown Innergeekdom debut. This is the Barbarian. Barbarian, still there he is.
Making an actual
Nice.
entrance.
To the computer with Elvis over his shoulder there. Mark, there he is.
Oh, the hair flip, the Clay Matthews hair flip. Christian, God knows what he was looking
Ooh.
for, but he is.
I haven't seen a hair flip that good since Gilda.
Nothing can seem to phase this guy.
Well, Barbarian, you are
I
here.
love when she
We're
does that
excited
stuff
to
with her
have
hair.
You here. We have not seen you compete in singles. You did do an exhibition match. So first of all, how are you feeling about this particular match and your opponent in the Haymaker? You're muted, my friend. There you go.
Feeling very muted, but now I'm feeling unmuted.
Okay.
We are very excited. Elvis and I in our outer selves have always been geeks, and now we get to show the inner geekdom in us both. We've seen a lot.
We've shown our outer geek. Now it's time to show the inner geek.
And we respect what he's done. He's a veteran in this league, and this league chews people up and spits them out, especially in this division where it's really hard to hang. So, it's recognized that going after him and all the hay baling he does, it'll be not an easy task, but we know the answers to questions.
All right, well, there is the Barbarian. All right, sir, we're going to just have you in the
I'm
waiting
sold.
room here as we bring in your opponents. And
That's the kind of confidence you don't hear anywhere else. We know the answers to questions.
representing Swag.
I feel like I know the answers
With
to a few
record
questions.
of 3 wins.
Just as long as they don't deal with Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings.
Star Trek.
Inner Geekdom division. He is
Just as long as they don't deal with half the inner geekdom, half the inner geekdom categories.
Wow, that's a great setup. Look at that. There's Hlavac coming.
That is a really nice.
It's like he does videos
You
professionally.
gotta like the swag there. I like the
For his own channel.
confidence because it just looks like you're kind of chilling out. How you doing, Adam? You've been doing this for a little bit now. You've gone up against some of the greats inside of the Inner Geekdom division. You faced Cushing, you faced Smets, and obviously Hector Navarro. How does it feel going up against this unknown in the Barbarian?
It's exciting. I think anytime you get to face an opponent who's never played before and you kind of don't know what to expect, I think it makes the game more interesting, more fun.
No one cares.
I'm looking forward to kind of getting back into it. It's been a while since the last match.
Look, I could do that too.
It's just been crazy all over the place the last 3 months, so I'm excited to kind of
That microphone
shift
looks
and
familiar.
just
Yeah,
have
no
a
one
good
cares.
time, bring the best that I can bring to this game, and see how it goes.
Yeah, Adam.
Gotta do something
you're a
besides
fixture at
just-
Comic-Con, and I know that probably your summer more than anybody else has been changed because of this global pandemic. So has that shift changed the way that you prepare for a match at all, or is it business as usual in the Hlavac residence?
Oh, that's not good for my neck.
We have not had a day off here since January 1st, so it hasn't changed too much. We've actually,
I'm okay.
We're doing a lot more stuff now, so it's made it even a little more harder to study. But I've been trying to squeeze it in whenever I can, on the weekends, on a holiday when we get one. So we'll see if that setting has helped, and just trying to do the best to just keep up to date with everything that's going on.
Well, Adam, also wanted to ask you, how's it been working with? Because this is like, again, you've been in this league now for a while, and then you've seen all the changes, and the Barbarian comes in. He doesn't know any different except being on a faction and having a manager. You haven't always had the luxury of having a manager. You have Winston now. You guys have been coordinating, talking. How's it been working with Winston on Swag?
It's been actually a very good experience. I think there is definitely. It's definitely different when you're on a team and you have a manager, and there's a little bit more of a collaborative effort being made for everybody to kind of get up to speed on the same page of not just, quizzing each other on questions that could show up, but even just staying informed on what's happening. That's been a huge benefit for me, because I think previously, when you're kind of like in your own Wild West, you're really in and out of what's happening. So you're playing a match and you don't really know exactly the opponent, how many games they played, unless there's someone who's very well established in the game. So I think that's been a huge benefit, is being able to rely on other people in my team, including Winston, to really just get an insight and just keep, kind of my ear to the ground on what's going on with the Schmoedown itself.
Well, we're excited to have you back. We're excited to have this match here. Swag versus the Finstock Exchange,
swag.
the Barbarian. Adam, the Haymaker, Hlavac are ready to go, Mark, and we start with round number 1. Give me those rules.
That's right, folks. It's your favorite time of the show, the rules of round number 1. This is the Inner Geekdom format, gentlemen, which means you're going to have 10
Rules,
questions from
just
10
really
different
heavy
corners
guidelines.
of good old Inner Geekdom
Really.
know-how. Your first question,
Strong
and your last
suggestions.
question, and every question in between is each worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question.
More like a
There's no
boundary.
stealing. In round number 1.
Invisible
You have 15
barrier
seconds
of
once we
how
ask
far you
the
can
question to
go.
write down your best attempt at an answer with whatever utensil you have handy on whatever tablet you have ready to go. Once we ask you by name or nickname or your pet's nickname, please reveal what you wrote on the whiteboard.
Wake up!
And at the same time, you verbalize
do
the
this!
answer into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor you have 3 usages
You're
of
next.
the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you need us to repeat a question, use the JTE rule. You also each have one
High
challenge
five.
to be used at any point by
Very
your manager
nice.
during the 3-round contest.
Junction mash.
All right, so we will start with Barbarian here. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Hlavac, are you ready?
I am ready.
We're not ready.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown.
I made that joke before.
All right, I'm ready.
Here we go. Round number 1. Question number 1 in the realm of the MCU. In Avengers Endgame, which Avenger takes a picture with a group of children at a diner?
Christian, once we get back out in the world, there's probably going to be some fans asking to take pictures with you. What do you tell them? Do you tell them, get off me?
No, he does the same thing.
Yes.
Dab.
Handshake? Probably not. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Adam.
Banner / Professor Hulk.
Yes. And Barbarian?
Hulk smash.
Yes. Hulk it is.
Hulk.
1-1. Mark, next question.
All right, your next question is in the world of Star Wars, that galaxy from a different time. Your question, in The Empire Strikes Back, after defeating Darth Vader in the cave on Dagobah, who does Luke see inside Vader's mask?
Tournament begins.
I believe one of these characters is your daughter's favorite Star Wars character, Christian. Is that still accurate?
No. No. 5.
She got Baby Yoda?
4, 3. Never was. 2.
Hey, these kind of
1.
questions
Pens
for
down,
like the
please.
actual Star Wars
And we
matches.
start with Barbarian on this one. Oh, right? Yeah.
Himself.
Yes. And Adam.
Himself.
Yes. My daughter's favorite character. is
Himself.
Anakin.
Himself. Dum dum dum.
He's also Darth Vader.
This is why pins are running out of
To
ink.
him. All right. Let's
Doing
see.
goofy
Next
stuff like
question.
that.
Middle Earth.
He sees the guy who
Miller.
does the voice of Joker from the
In
Batman.
the Fellowship
Nice.
of the Ring, which character says, they will find you, they will take the ring, and you will beg for death before the end?
Yikes. Middle Earth, not fun to live in.
Mm-mm. Just why I'm actually going to be watching Return of the King tonight. And 5, 4,
Christian, it appears that the
Yeah,
Barbarian is
JTE.
writing on the back of it.
1. JTE. All right, JTE. Here we go. First one for the Barbarian. In the Fellowship of the Ring, which character says, they will find you, they will take the ring, and you will beg for death before the end?
Yeah, does not. I'd like to visit the Shire. I think that sounds like the most.
This is
stable
one of those.
kinda
My guess
suburbia
is
kinda-
a
maybe they
guess,
have
but
like an
kind of
outlet
going
mall.
on how
5,
that sentence sounds.
4,
Like what could be the intent of the
2,
person saying it?
1. Pens
Yeah, I'm just
down,
guessing.
And Adam.
Was it Gandalf?
It was not. Craig?
Was it Boromir?
Boromir it was. Yes, it was.
Boromir.
3-2. 3-2.
Boromir.
Next question.
All right, your next question is in the world of DC.
How you
movies.
play that?
Not DCU, DC movies. Your question: what is the name of the mysterious group that Ra's al Ghul is the leader of in Batman Begins?
Your favorite Batman movie?
Might be my favorite comic book movie, Christian. I'll tell you this: I strolled through a garden.
Also, why
recently,
I'm running out of
and
ink
I
in my
found
pens.
a flower that looked a lot like the blue. What is it? A lotus?
These are
You
some
gotta
long
think
butt
at the top of
names.
the thing.
4, 3.
I left it there.
That line
1.
sounded like
Pens
somebody who
down,
was just going to
please.
die, so that's why I chose Boromir.
And we start with
Oh.
Barbarian.
Yeah.
League of Shadows.
Yes. And
League of Shadows.
there we go. Okay.
League of Shadows.
4-3,
The League of
Barbarian
Shadows.
keeps his lead here. Here's our next question. Marvel films. Marvel. Who plays Colonel William Stryker in X2?
Okay. Do your X-Men movies. Are you still a First Class guy?
Yeah, First Class my favorite.
You like the B Team?
With Days of Future Past it's second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Adam.
Brian Cox.
Yes. And Barbarian.
Brian Cox.
5.
Brian
4.
Cox. Roka just had a great interview with him. He is Brian Cox.
Damn it, Roman. Your next question is in the wizarding world. Involves Harry Potter, maybe a guy named Newt. Your question: what is the name of an object which, when grasped, magically takes you to a prearranged destination? That sounds fun, but could fall into the wrong hands very easy, Christian.
This is the kind of stuff that makes me realize I can't compete in the singles league anymore, much less this one. 5, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Barbarian.
I don't have it.
And Adam.
I don't have it either.
Looking for a port key.
Set a wand.
I went with Nightcrawler. Bam.
On that one, and Barbarian.
Just touch the
missing
wand
his
and
first
you'll wind up
question
in some
Schmoedown
magical
history.
place. Bam.
I don't know why I wasted paper for an X.
Bam. Like that.
Adam's answer is 10.
10.
Damn
All right.
it.
Here's the next question. Star Trek.
So much for perfect.
Who composed the score to Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan?
And ladies and gentlemen, as the guy says he can't answer any questions anymore, I bet you would have got this, Christian. You're really good at this category.
One probably, yeah. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Probably not, but
please.
Yeah.
And
same.
we start with Adam Hlavac.
Jerry Goldsmith?
That is incorrect. Barbarian.
James Horner.
Correct for 1
Yeah,
point.
Jerry
Barbarian
Goldsmith.
goes up 2 here.
I don't know how old
6-4.
Giacchino was during that time.
As we get to our next
No.
question,
But I know that he's
Mark,
done some
question
Star
number
Trek
8.
movies,
That's
so.
right. 3
Not
questions
Wrath of
remain.
Khan.
Gentlemen, no perfect round in today's contest.
You act like I
This
should
is
have
in
known
the
that.
world of the DCEU. And the question
Is both
who
Star Trek
plays
and scores
Diana's
and soundtracks.
aunt, Antiope, in Wonder Woman?
God bless you.
Excuse me. I think maybe the best DCU movie is this, or you're a Man of Steel fellow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Barbarian.
Robin Wright.
Yes, and Adam.
Robin Wright.
Jen A.
I'd put Wonder Woman just slightly
Robin
below Man of
Wright.
Steel, but that's my personal. All right. Next one. Here we go. Heroes and villains. You'll find the characters of Alan Quatermain, Tom Sawyer, and Dorian Gray in what 2003 comic film?
Well, you said the name. I got to do it, Christian.
Oh my gosh.
All right. 5,
On an island.
Ugh.
4, 3.
All by
This
himself.
is why we're running out of
1.
ink.
Pens down. Pens down.
That was
please.
a long but title.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Yes. And Barbarian.
It's a very long title to write. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
The League of Extraordinary
Barbarian
Gentlemen.
keeping his lead as we get to
Long titles. I'm
our
still waiting to be
final
impressed.
question here, Mark.
That's right. The writer's getting their revenge.
Now I finally used that quote.
Length of
Isn't that the movie it
answer.
came
Your
from?
Question,
from the
your
movie
final
it
question,
came from.
gentlemen, is in the world of mixed bag. Let's roll up our sleeves.
That's what
put
I
our
was
hands
getting
deep
at.
in there and see what comes out.
So I kind of jumped the gun there.
1994 comic book film had the tagline "Believe in Angels."
94 comic book film.
Yep.
It's a good one.
It is. The
Yeah.
Blue Angels.
I like this
better
one.
than the Blue Fairies.
This was a good question.
Oh, nice. 5, 4.
1994. I think there was only one comic book movie that year.
I was kissing my admirers.
Pens down,
That ain't
please.
right.
And we start.
Probably not.
If it's wrong, I'm erasing it.
Barbarian.
Was it The Crow?
It was. And Adam.
The Crow.
Yep.
The Crow.
All right, Mark. Round.
Why did you
number
say that
2.
name? Say that name again. Why are you saying that name?
Toppin, giving you the rules
Crow?
for round numero dos. This
Watch
is
that
the wheel
scene live.
round. This is the one that Christian and I were talking about in the pre-show that could help determine the match. Now,
Good
why
old
we call it the
Professor
wheel round?
Crow.
Because we have a handy electronic wheel that each competitor is going to get a spin
Some
at. If you don't like what
between
you spin, you can spin again. Less
Hlavac and Barbarian.
I'm whichever one has 7.
Each wedge that you may
Hlavac.
settle on is going to have 5
Nice.
questions. 5 questions because it's Innergeekdom
I just need to watch
style.
Star Trek
2
and Lord of
points
the Rings
is
and
the
Harry
value of
Potter,
each
apparently.
question. If you're not sure of the answer,
Actually, I got the
ask
Lord of
us
the
for
Rings
multiple
question
choice. We'll
correctly.
give
I
you
just
4
need to watch
options,
Star
one of
Trek
which is the correct answer. At that
and Harry
point,
Potter.
the question
And Lord of the
goes
Rings.
down to
And Lord of the
1. So keep in mind, competitors, of your challenges and your remaining
You good over there?
GTE
Yeah, I'm fine.
rules.
You dying?
Christian,
Nope.
All right.
Adam looks great. He looks ready to go. The Barbarian.
He is not
does
speaking in a
enjoy
Cajun
2-point
accent, and
lead
it's
over him.
bugging
So
me.
Barbarian,
First you
it's
charge
up
the
to
card,
you,
then
or
you
maybe
blow
in
it
the
up.
wiles of your
Mon
manager
chéri.
to decide if you want to spin that electronic wheel
That's
first
like bad
or
Frenchman.
defer to Adam.
So we'll take. We're gonna
That's
put
what a
Adam out
Cajun
for a moment.
is.
We're gonna bring,
Yay!
Gucci in for a second.
Shunning
You guys have
an
60
audience.
seconds to decide
I'm
what
just
you
kidding,
wanna
guys.
do,
That's like the French
starting
accent
now.
from Keenan Thompson and all that when he's in the bathtub.
Now it's time.
There's a reference.
Pierre Escargot.
Go for this or what?
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I think I want to show everyone.
Turn
what I
on
can
to our
do
Schmoedown
first.
reaction,
Okay.
and if you made it
That wheel
this
for
deep
a
into the
ride.
video and you
that's
got
a
a
great
Pierre
idea.
Escargot reference,
Great idea. Yeah, we're gonna spin.
And you won't see that anywhere else.
There, all right.
or in
Here we
any of
go.
our
All right,
videos
so
ever again.
Barbarian, same thing.
I might
there.
quote it
Gucci,
again.
you'll stay
I like
in the
Pierre
room.
Escargot.
You'll have seconds in between the first spin and first spin. Here we go.
Like,
Spinny.
Let's get it.
There it is. I look like Elvis.
No
was providing that
whammies.
spin.
Yeah. He did.
We're gonna land on the MCU.
I would keep that.
Keep it.
60 seconds to decide, starting now.
What do you think, buddy boy? How you feeling about that? You know, that's he's pretty strong in that too.
yeah, I like the MCU. I'm wearing an MCU T-shirt, but I think that
No way.
I mean, we could take it off. I mean, you take it, we take it off him. But he's good
Yeah.
at DC too. I mean, there's a bunch of things he can play.
yeah. You know what?
You gonna
You know
spin
what? Let's
again?
take it. No, let's take it.
You sure?
I never
100% on this?
not
Yeah.
go MCU.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So we're gonna bring Adam back
Even with
in,
questions
drop,
like Dummy and
Gucci
you out there, I'd never not
Good
go
luck,
MCU.
All right. All right. So there we go.
Adam seems happy about this wheel slice, Christian.
It seems like it. All right. So we're gonna bring Adam is back, and we will start here. Craig, are you ready to go?
Yes, we are.
All right. Here we go. Here's your first one. What is the name of the counter-terrorism team led by
Strike.
Steve in The Winter Soldier?
Let's do multiple choice.
Is it A, sword, B, stripe, C, gate, D, strike?
Now, sword is just
Swords.
dirty.
Swords.
That's
the
just a
out-
dirty play.
that's
That's just
the-
a dirty.
yeah.
I know what sword is.
Strike.
It's a dirty
Outer
play.
space.
1 point is correct. All right, Barbarian, for your second question in the realm of the MCU. Who plays Fandral in 2011's Thor?
What was that actor's name?
It's Josh Dallas.
Yes.
Yep,
For 2 points.
that's
Question
good.
number 3. The opening scene of Iron Man 3 takes place at a New Year's Eve party.
1990.
In what year?
99. Yeah, because it was Y2K, so 99. Yeah.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, 1997, B, 1999, C, 2001, D, 2003?
1999.
That's correct for 1 point.
Gotta party like it's 1999.
Question number 4. Question number 4. What geographical region were Bucky and the rest of the Winter Soldiers trained and kept in
Siberia. Yeah. I wanted to say Slovakia, but I was like, no, that's not right. Yeah, it was Siberia.
Siberia?
Yeah.
For 2 more points. That is correct.
It's a good pull.
All right, so right now the score is 15-7 with the last question here for the Barbarian, who's having a pretty good round here. All right. In the Avengers, while talking to Steve, Coulson compares Bruce Banner to what real-life person?
He's a really smart guy.
Oh. Steve Jobs.
Is it Steve Jobs?
Let's go multiple choice.
Is it A, Gandhi?
Stephen Hawking.
B, Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
C, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Just
D, Albert
He's a
Einstein.
really smart guy.
Yeah.
Five.
Can you read the options?
First time we can do it. A, Gandhi. B, Stephen Hawking. C, Neil deGrasse Tyson. D, Albert Einstein.
Stephen Hawking.
For 1 point, Barbarian fighting through, having a great round there. 16-7, as he uses multiple choice a few times, but he doesn't miss a question mark. It was. I mean, again, for a rookie, well thought out, well played.
Yeah, Christian, taking the MCU off the board.
That's what I was saying.
for
He
Adam
knows the
to not
game,
be
and
able
he
to get
knows
all
a
those
lot of
points if
movies.
He could have spun that.
That's-
So really, this strategy.
that's the second
we're gonna
round that
find
you
out if
expect
it
to
pays
see out
off
of him.
Once Adam spins. Currently, though, Barbarian has to be feeling good about his 16-7 lead.
All right, so we're going to drop the Barbarian out here, bring back Winston. Winston, you got 60 seconds to talk to your competitor starting now.
60, 59, 58. Hey man, you killed that first round. Don't even stress about that. I was doing everything in my power to telepathically tell you port key, but it didn't work. But that's fine. I'm not worried about that shit. That's, it's fine. So yeah. Cut it off at the last second. So how you feeling, brother?
I feel good.
Yeah,
I feel
got
really
it in
good.
there.
I mean, he had a great round, and
Yeah.
I think the first round went
It
really
was she,
well.
you know,
I'm
like-
really happy.
Don't worry about that she.
You know, just the outcome of that.
Don't worry
round. So
about
I feel
her.
really good going
She's
into the
okay.
second
She's
one.
all right. Don't worry about
Let's
her.
get it, baby.
All right, the wheel is back on
Just let she
the
be she.
board here. All right, here we go now. The Adam Hlavac.
From she to shining
and
she.
Winston. So, guys, let's take that first spin. Here we go.
Oh, I should not be
Adam looked like a
on
guy
camera
who
right
can
now.
move things with his mind, so this isn't out of the realm of possibility.
It's not going to be good for later when you got to be on camera again.
Oh, I'll be fine then.
So
No.
another spin.
MCU. See,
I
you would have
got
taken
more
MCU.
I won't be
questions.
drinking
Only
just
got no
water
more
for that
than-
one.
Oh.
Let me check the stock room real quick.
You got to be some in the back, right?
Oh.
Ooh, Star Trek. There.
Ooh.
Star Trek, you can go or spin again.
Wasn't that one of his
Again,
strengths,
you have
too?
60 seconds
I don't
to
know.
talk it out with your manager.
I could have sworn it
spin again.
was.
How you feel?
I would spin again.
I would feel better to spin again.
Okay,
Yep.
maybe not.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought Adam Hlavac
Alright,
was
so
he
we're
strong
spin
at Star
again?
Trek.
He might be
Whatever you
okay
get
at
here,
Star
you gotta
Trek,
take.
or
Here
pretty
it is.
decent at Star Trek, but he might
Even if it's
be better
MCU,
at
hell
something
yeah.
else.
No.
Oh, well, looks like you're getting Star Trek.
Every time.
All right, opponent's choice. So we're gonna bring back.
But that's
we're
the
gonna
thing,
bring
if it's
back
like, if you're
Gucci here,
okay
we're
at
gonna
Star
drop
Trek,
Winston out and Adam
and you
out,
act like you're not good,
and bring
and then you
guys
spin
back. You have
again,
60
they're gonna give you that
seconds
thing you're actually
to
okay
talk to
at.
one another about what you want to use.
Unless
Here we
they're
go.
smart and
Starting
looked
now.
What you thinking, Barbarian?
at past matches.
I mean, this is why we watched all that game tape, so we'd know what to do when opponent's choice came up.
That's exactly the case.
So, yeah, we're gonna go with Middle Earth.
All right, Middle Earth. It is.
That's
Is that
the right
official? Is that your
move.
final answer.
Finally, that Barbarian.
That's a killer.
Okay.
All right, dropping Gucci out here, bringing back.
They just knew
Adam.
exactly which one
All right,
would be
guys.
our kryptonite,
So
and that's why they
we
picked it.
now
Yeah,
are going to
they're worried
mark
about us,
5
that's it.
questions in the realm of Middle Earth.
That's right. Will I
As they
pronounce
should be.
names
She'll be
properly?
okay,
Even
just
more
leave her
important,
alone.
How many will Adam get right? We're about to find out. Adam, you have 5 questions.
She'll be coming
You're
around that
staring
mountain
at.
anyways.
Each one's worth 2 points. If you need multiple
Only
choice,
when she-
that
Don't,
question
no,
goes down
no.
to
Okay.
1. Here we go in the world of Middle Earth. Who
Is that what that
says
song's about?
9 companions.
Wow.
So be it. You shall be the Fellowship of the Ring.
Elrond.
Yes.
Multiple choice.
Is it A.
Phew.
Elrond, B. Gandalf?
Yeah, it's either
I'm like,
Elrond or
I'm like
Gandalf.
Agent Smith, Agent Smith, Agent Smith.
Elrond.
It is Elrond. That's a point for.
I was like,
Adam
it's either
Hlavac.
Elrond or Gandalf.
All right.
I
Your
knew
next
that
question,
one.
Sir.
Yeah.
Who plays Azog in the Hobbit series?
Lord if I know.
We go multiple choice.
That phrase doesn't make any
Is
sense.
it A. Liam
Lord
McIntyre,
if I know.
Yep.
B. Lee Pace, C. Manu Bennett, or D. Richard Armitage?
Richard Armitage.
Manu
Tage.
Bennett. It's not Richard Armitage.
Lee Pace.
Pace.
That is incorrect. Barbarian for the steal. I'm gonna
Liam
give you
McIntyre.
multiple choice
I went
options
Manu
again.
Bennett.
Is it A. Liam McIntyre, B. Lee Pace, C. Manu Bennett, or D. Richard Armitage?
Manu Bennett.
1 point. That's a huge steal, Christian.
It's really big. He basically gets that point back.
I recently just
that
watched the
he
Hobbit
just
movies.
Lost there. All right, here we go. Next question, Mark.
Third
I was like, wait,
question,
really?
2 points. Who is the voice of Sauron in Fellowship of the Ring?
Ooh. I don't know who the voice of Smaug is.
No, I remember hearing this too because there was another question we just had about this.
Christopher Lee.
No.
5.
I'm gonna go for it. I think it's John Rhys Davies.
That is incorrect.
No, he did,
for a giant 2-point
the
steal. Barbarian, do you have it?
Treebeard, yeah.
Treebeard, yeah.
Well, you got to ask the question, Mark.
Who is the voice of Sauron in Fellowship of the Ring? Barbarian for the steal.
I can't remember.
It's not a big name actor. And he does a couple of voices in the Lord of the Rings movies.
5, 4,
It's not
3,
Bucket Crunderdunder.
2, 1. Nothing. Okay.
All right, we were looking for Alan Howard.
Alan Howard. All right,
Duh.
here's the next question.
Alan Howard, all right. No points exchanged there.
Just about to say that.
That's on the tip of my tongue.
In The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, who says, loyalty, honor, a willing heart, I can ask no more than that?
Gandalf.
Give me multiple choice.
I can do that. Is it A, Balin, B, Gandalf, C, Thorin, or D, Elrond?
It's an option.
Elrond says everything. Just
Gandalf.
We go with Thorin.
You're going to get a point for that guess. It is
adventure,
Thorin, and that's
excitement.
huge
A
get
Jedi
by
craves
Adam.
not these
And
things.
now, one question remains.
But I do. And I'm no Jedi.
In the world of Middle-earth.
No, you are not.
Adam, in the Fellowship of the Ring, Gandalf says Bilbo has been officially labeled what in the community after their adventures?
An old crazy guy.
Multiple choice.
Martha Stewart.
Is it A, a common enemy, B, a dangerous liaison,
Related. Snoop Dogg.
C, a disturber of the peace, or D, an unwanted guest?
Bilbo Baggins.
Disturber of
The
peace.
bag.
That's another big pull for Adam. It wasn't the prettiest round, but he at least avoided more steals that Barbarian could have gotten. And now we're going to go to round number 3. In
B-A-double-G.
round number 3,
INS.
each competitor gives us a series of numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 15. We need 3 numbers per
yes.
competitor. Those numbers correspond to a different
Gotta love
corner
that
of
B-A-double-G-I-N-S.
for each number. Your first question
Still
is
doesn't
worth
sound
2
right.
points. Your next one, 3. Your last one, should we make it that far, is worth 5, possibly the biggest points of all time. So, Barbarian, you are enjoying a sizable lead. but
That's
Adam is still
a
within
that's a
striking
hard
distance.
that's a hard
Barbarian, we're gonna get your 3 numbers first. What feels
deficit
lucky
to come
from 1
back from.
15?
I'd like to go with 17 for the number of points I have.
Number 10 for the points he has.
So I'll do
Okay.
1 and 7.
Okay.
Okay. And then for my third number,
You need 60 seconds for this one?
I'll do 15.
15. All right.
because they only go up to
And
15. So
for Adam,
He said 1-7-15, correct?
that's true.
I will go. 2-6.
14.
10.
All right, 2, 6, and 10. So we
8,
have a
6,
minute
7,
here.
5, 3, 0, 9.
You can both talk to
Jen
the
A.
competitors, 30 seconds apiece. We will start with Winston. You can talk to Adam here. 30 seconds starting now.
I mean, first of all, great numbers. I feel like that is the most vital.
Those are some
part
solid
of
numbers you
entire
got there.
game. If anybody knows Schmoedown strategy,
Definitely
it's
some
like
numbers.
the numbers literally decide everything. So well done there.
Just
You know,
the
Barbarian
well-rounded
trying to play
numbers
mind
there.
games, calling center
Even the
field
odd ones are
1 and 7.
well-rounded.
That's not how math works, Barbarian. I know you're not part of civilized society, sir, but it's not quite how that works. But keep your mind clear. You're the vet here. You've done this before. We've seen greater comebacks. So let's go kick some butt.
Nice, 30 seconds on the dot. Well done.
Good. It was really inspiring.
Well done.
I know there's no chance that this guy gets it done. Go ahead, 30 seconds.
Great round, Craig. Way to pick. Let's see.
Kill it. You're doing great. Keep it up.
You know what you need to do here? Let's finish this off, man. Take it home. We
Boom.
got a lot of other work to do.
Still going.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
We
All right,
will.
there you go. All right, well, thank you.
All right,
to
there he
both
is,
Bobby
45
Gucci
seconds.
And to Winston.
I surrender the rest of my time.
Here is where we stand.
I yield the rest of my
Mr.
Time.
Adam Hlavac has
Time.
to answer some questions here in order to avoid the TKO and bounce it back to the Barbarian. If he does not, the Finstock Exchange will see
The
themselves
Barbarian.
with 4 points here if Barbarian can do it. But if not, Adam Hlavac can bounce it back to...
Barbarian.
All right, here we go. Adam, you chose your
Barbarian.
first one. Your 2-pointer was number 2.
Ah,
And that
clever.
is Who Said It.
Ooh.
Okay.
Probably okay for a 2-pointer.
Which DC superhero
Nice.
said, "Sorry I've been away so long. I won't let you down again."
Superman.
Yeah.
That would be Christopher Reeve as Superman.
Superman is correct.
A big answer,
That
Christian,
was
because now
not the
he
Superman
would
I
love
was
to have
thinking,
his
but
three-pointer, even if he misses this next
it
question,
works.
he still is in the running to at least tie the Barbarian.
That's right. But I mean, obviously, he wants to hit it so he can get himself a lead over the Barbarian. And you chose, Adam, for your second question. You chose category 6. Category 6. Well, you're back there again. You're in Middle Earth.
Oh no!
Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Here you go. What alias does Frodo use at the Prancing Pony in the Fellowship of the Ring?
Andrew guy.
Everlord Squanderbottoms.
Or Andrew guy means same thing.
5,
Farley McNuggets.
3, 2,
Not Strider.
1. Nothing. All right. So the answer was Underhill. The answer was Underhill.
I said that.
No,
I heard it.
Once again. Lord
I heard
was proving to be a pain in Adam Hlavac's side. So Adam, you find yourself now
Time
here
to watch
having
the
hit
Lord
this
of the movie.
5-pointer.
Lord of the movies.
If-
Lord of the
Time
movies.
to watch the Lord of the
The
movies again,
5-pointer
guys.
is tied.
Time to watch the Lord of the
TKO is
Rings.
gone.
And again, he's just drinking
However,
water
if you
so
miss,
far.
the Finstock
Yeah, I'm
Exchange
just
will win
trying to
via
skip some words and save
TKO.
some time.
Here is the
Oh.
final question for you.
Having to
Number
explain
10.
that clearly nullified it.
The DCEU. Here it is.
Well, here's the tie it up.
What book does Mera receive as a gift
The
from a
Necronomicon.
little girl in Sicily
Probably not.
in Aquaman?
Just don't read it.
Do you have to pee on it?
Ooh. They do pee on a lot of things in that movie, don't they?
Do they?
Mm.
Or you just talk about
Repeat
it?
the question.
I mean,
First
if
one.
you're going to talk about it, you might as well
What
do
book does Mera
Just saying.
receive as a gift
It's a life
from
tip
a
for
little
y'all.
girl in Sicily in
Pierre
Aquaman?
Escargot.
it. See?
Pinocchio.
And you have gotten it correct.
Oh,
Wow, Christian, come on.
You avoid the TKO, and you do not. And the 4 points are now off the table for the Finstock Exchange. It is tied. It is tied now, Mark. He hits the big 5-pointer there, and you can see both Gucci because throws his arm back. Winston very excited there too. That was a big 5-pointer. Even if he doesn't happen to get the win, he's just at least saved 1 point there as we get to Barbarian.
That's right, Christian. A very dramatic moment, only elevated by your tomfoolery.
Yeah, stop fooling with
Barbarian.
Tom.
Bonus is now
Dagnino
on
does
you.
not like
You're
that.
not going to get a knockout or a TKO.
The other Tom
but
does, though.
You still get the W.
Oh, he's
Your
all down
correct
for it.
answer, you selected number 1 because that's the first number in 17. And that corresponds, for 2 points, to the world of DC movies.
Ooh.
And in the world of DC,
Here it goes.
name the actor that played Dr. Hector Hanna
Peter Skarsgård.
in
Yep.
2011's
Skarsgård.
Green
Skarsgård. Guarding stars.
Sarsgaard.
Guarding scars.
Peter
He had a great
Sarsgaard.
sketch on SNL
Peter
during the SARS pandemic where he
Sarsgaard.
was selling the Peter Sarsgaards.
He's got
Peter
it.
Sarsgaard.
And your winner, ladies and
The
gentlemen,
Peter Sarsgaard
from the
Sarsgaards.
Finstock Exchange, the
Who knew at SNL would be the thing to make sure you pronounce that name exactly right?
Because otherwise you're going with Bill
Skarsgård,
Alexander.
yeah.
Great match. Thank you, Adam.
Well, they're brothers.
Barbarian,
Peter?
Gucci,
No.
big win. Look, you didn't get
Who's
the
their
4
dad?
points. Look at
Bill
the
and
4
Alexander are
points.
brothers.
Yes, I know that. Who's their dad?
That is Stellan Skarsgård.
Stellan. That's the word. How did I was going to St. Peter. How was I getting Peter when it's Stellan?
You knew that going into the
Well,
second
Peters
round, the opponent's
is
choice there,
Sarsgaard.
and,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
was stuck
how
on
do you feel about
Sarsgaard's
Barbarian?
name.
Well, the rest of them are Skarsgård.
This
I mean,
is
look, it was
highly
fantastic.
entertaining.
I couldn't have asked for
Great
more.
content.
I
Welcome
mean,
to How to
like I said
Pronounce
earlier
Words
at
and
the top of the
Names
show,
with the Adams
no one
brothers.
studies,
Repeat after me.
you know,
SARS.
the answers and the questions more than Barbarian.
Guard.
But also, no one studies their opponent as well as he does as well, which is fantastic stuff. We knew that if we get Middle Earth on this guy, he was going to be finished. Now look, he had a couple of good checkdowns and he made it a great game. I mean, do we want the 4? Sure, we wanted the 4, but 3 is just as good. To take swag out, which is huge because they're right on our heels. That was the goal here. And moving forward, Craig knows that in order to play against people like the Parkers and the Kalinowskis and even the Brandon Hannas of the world, we're going to need to get better.
Well, maybe not
We
so
have
much
time
for
to
Brandon
get better,
Hannas.
and we're
Who?
only going to
Yeah.
get better.
Yeah, Barbarian, if I can ask you, we know that your
You
manager's
didn't
probably
mention us.
thinking about knockouts or TKOs in real time, but for you as the competitor in the heat of the moment, are you thinking, I'm
As
gonna
of right
do
now, Brandon
knockout
Hanna
or
was still
TKO,
very
or are you just
supportive of
focused on
me,
what
so.
you need to do?
I always feel like I'm playing against myself. I'm challenging myself to answer these answers, and I knew as soon as he would got DCEU for his 5-pointer, I knew I was going to have to answer a question in that round because I know he's stellar at DCEU. He's
a smart man
he's
right there.
Definitely no slouch, and
Yep.
I am honored to have had him as my opponent for this first match.
Well, look,
Long day.
again, Gucci.
It's gonna be a long night.
There is talk here about the Barbarian.
Got a doubleheader
Talk
to
about
watch.
him as Rookie of the Year. There's a
excited.
couple other people out
I
there.
love watching doubleheaders.
Now, Barbarian, I've got to ask you this. I know that it's been something you guys have been talking about. I hear rumbling about it. Robert Parker is the man that everyone's talking about in this division. How motivated are you to play him in this game?
Parker.
I am extremely motivated to face Robert Parker. I want to take him. I want to settle this debate about who's the Rookie of the Year. Elvis and I have been working day and night. I mean, you can see behind me. I watch all of these. I watch everything. And Elvis watches them with me. And we know that we're going to have to get better than we did today in order to beat Robert Parker, and we will get better.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
That's
so
exactly
Just
right.
skipping right over Ben Goddard there, by the way.
Right around the corner here, you've got the winner of Janine
who currently is the frontrunner for Rookie of the Year.
Who do you expect to see? Who do you want to see?
I mean, I think both those players have similar skill levels. I can't see Humphrey really getting too serious, studying like a psycho, although I could be wrong. And Janine is a fantastic player too. But they're both Innergeekdom rookies as well. I mean, I only remember them playing in the regular singles and team tournaments. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll put the Barbarian.
The reflection in his
right
sunglasses
now,
almost look like eyeballs.
I'd like to
and
see,
it looks really weird.
I'd like to see Janine.
Once you see that as eyes.
Barbarian and Janine, I think, would be a great matchup. But I mean, we're not really worried about who we playing next. It's all about
yeah.
We're looking forward. We're looking for the partners of the world.
There it is.
All right, last question for you here, Barbarian, before we let you go.
And it's not going away.
They took the gamble on you. They seem to.
It's actually getting better.
Right gamble. You are now overall 2-0 in this entire.
It's kind of like frightening.
A little.
What's the overall goal? Are you looking to be triple belted champion? Are you looking to be what do you want to do inside of this
deep
league?
black
Because
pit
people are
that his
talking
little
about
white
you,
pupils are just
you've been
floating
in this
around
league
in.
forever. You're scaring many people inside of this movie trivia Schmoedown.
Can't take my eyes off of it.
I missed one question, but I gotta go back and study that.
I don't even know what was asked of Barbarian just
now.
now.
I want to play. I want to win. The most important thing
Staring
for me
at Bobby Gucci's
is
eyes.
bringing that season-long championship home for the Finstock Exchange. I'm a team player. The Finstock Exchange is my team. The Finstock Exchange is my family, and
I'm a team player. Finstock Exchange is my team, and I'm a player for them.
Ohana means Finstock
My
Exchange.
personal goals, which are below my team
Blue
goals.
punch, Bobby.
I would like to win
Finstock.
hold all the belts. Any belt you put out there, I want to win it.
Barbarian, if you were holding all the belts, which one do you put on and which one does Elvis put on?
So Elvis is not concerned about belts. He doesn't wear pants, so there's no reason why he would have a belt on. But
the pelt isn't concerned with belt.
And the belt would remain on this side, and then another one here, and another one here, and another one here, and maybe a third one around my head.
All the belts.
Well, there you go. All right,
those are facts.
Look, Tom, congratulations.
He would wear
once
both
again.
team
And
belts.
I think that the Finstock Exchange might give up some room.
Well, I mean, technically.
Here
that'd
they
be
go
fascinating,
again
actually.
with 3 more big points on
Barbarian
the
goes
board.
into the team's division by himself.
Congratulations to the Barbarian.
He's not by himself. He's got
Congratulations
Elvis.
to you,
Well,
Tom.
Sure,
we'll talk to you
but
guys soon.
the pelt is not worried about the belt.
Bringing you out there too. Now we bring in both Adam.
Just take my joke,
and
why don't you?
Winston Marshall. Adam,
doubling down on it.
Earthman does it again. Is it one of those things? Have you tried to go back and take a look at these movies, or is it just not sticking?
I think I actually been having these conversations with people. It's a lot of it is the names and the locations. No matter how many times I repeat them to myself, they just sound like gibberish. I think Star Wars is one of those rare ones, and Star Trek where everything sounds very unique from itself. But I've been watching them.
He's got a good point.
I think it's just I need more repetition.
Ice and
more
Grillville.
repeated views of watching some of those movies. Like some of those other questions, I felt
one of those popular
pretty good
places.
answering. I just wanted the multiple choice just
In
to
what?
confirm that what I was thinking
In
was the correct
the
answer.
Lord of the Hobbitons.
But yeah, that Underhill one.
Oh, they are taking the hobbits to Isengard.
I was playing that whole scene back in my head, and I was like, it's under something, but I couldn't
made that one
remember
up.
what the
They're
second
taking the
part of
hobbits to
name was.
Isengard. They're taking the hobbits
Adam,
to
why
Isengard.
do
The
you
hobbits, the
hate
hobbits, the hobbits, the hobbits.
No, I'm.
Stop quoting YouTube videos that I don't know.
They're long movies, and I will give you that.
Well, you know it's
when
a YouTube
you
video.
spun Star Trek.
No, I just guessed that that's what you were doing.
You might have some regrets
That's
about
exactly what
that,
I was doing.
but did you have confidence in yourself that if you were stuck with Star Trek, had you spun opponent's choice, would you have done better in Star Trek?
Honestly, I don't think so because I've been watching Lord of the Rings more recently. So I think out of the two, I think the Lord of the Rings Middle Earth was the better choice for me.
Winston, I know it's hard to take a loss anytime to Tom or
hard to
in
take an
general, but it had to have made
Les
you
Roxy's
feel better
handing it
though,
to you.
on that 5 points when Adam avoided those
Handing it
potential
back.
swing of 4 points to get it to 3.
First of all, challenge. I didn't know we were allowed to have Furbies in the Schmoedown. I didn't know that was the thing. If someone had told me, I would have gone in my closet, I would have found my little Furby, I would have put it right on Adam's shoulder. I said, go ahead, little blink your little eyes and give him the answers. Just go ahead and do that. That's the first thing. Second of all, challenge Christian Harloff. I ain't know we play with people's emotions like this is American Idol. I didn't know we were like, and your answer is correct. I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm just throwing that out there that I am mad, and yes.
But I got you though, didn't I?
Hey, of course you got me. That's why I'm so frustrated. I'm squeezing the hell out of this thing.
Well, he fought back. He avoided the TK.
More Winston always, please.
I was panicked for a second when the Aquaman question came up. I knew Adam. He knows DC and Marvel like the back of his hand, so I wasn't worried about that. Like Pinocchio, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was out here being like one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. That's the only thing that makes sense. Like, I figured it was something like that. So when he pulled that, it's essentially at that point you have just stopped the bleeding. You've minimized the damage, and that's what ended up happening at that point. I think Adam played a wonderful match, but you know, it is what it is. Like I like when you get opponent's choice, it's really a hit or miss about what's going to happen. Like, everybody has a weakness or two, and you know, they did their homework. So
all right, so you know, Winston, look, the other side of this is Oyama and Chance. You still got a shot here inside of the Innergeekdom tournament. How confident are you feeling with Oyama and Chance going into that into this first round?
I mean, I feel great. You know, Oyama has beaten Chance once before. I know that was in singles and not IG, but you know, you're talking about the battle of the champions here. You're talking about Paul as a singles champ, Chance as a teams champ. It doesn't take anything away from
this
Chance,
is going to be a big fan league.
Paul is used to doing it on his own.
Competition.
I need to see Chance actually do it on his own.
Oyama, Chance, Parker, and
Winston,
technically Smets.
So again, heartbreaking loss, but again, Adam Hlavac showing that
Smets
he is fighting to the very last breath here.
Yeah.
As we see our final score of the Barbarian 19 to Hlavac 17. Thank you guys once again. Appreciate it, both Winston and Adam. Mark, we see the beginning of this tournament, and the Barbarian delivers as the Finstock Exchange hoped that he would.
Yeah, and if this match is any indication of the tournament that's about to occur, then we're in for quite a treat. It was great seeing Adam. I mean, I don't want to say it was a return to form for him because I know he's bummed about the loss, but him pulling that Pinocchio question, him having to maneuver through a tough round two for him, really showed me a lot about that guy's character. But look, the story here is the Barbarian and Elvis teaming up to impress us in yet another division. Christian, this guy could go quite a far ways on the back of Elvis in this tournament.
Well, yeah, and it's gonna be a road. There's no doubt about it. You know, first he awaits the winner of John Humphrey and Janine, but if you listen to what he's saying, he's waiting for Parker. He seems like the only person I've heard so far that wants to really face Parker. I've heard people be like, "Oh yeah, I want to face him," and then they don't want to face him. Barbarian seems like that's what he wants.
Oh yeah, I want to face Robert. No, I don't want to face Robert.
I don't know if it's because he's missing a couple screws. I have no idea, but he wants to play Parker, and we're gonna find out exactly how the rest of this tournament's gonna go. That's just match one. Now, for patrons, you guys got a chance to see this a little early. That's right, on Mondays and Tuesdays, that the patrons of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, if you go to patreon.com/Schmoedown, you can sign up and you get the Thursday match early. But if you didn't see this on Patreon, it's because you're watching it Thursday, and then tomorrow there is yet another match. And here, see that picture right there? That's the match for tomorrow. I am looking forward to this entire tournament. I am looking forward to seeing what these factions can pull, what kind of upsets we might see. It's gonna be pretty exciting, Mark.
It's going to be great, and you brought up a great point where you're talking about how some people say they might want to play Robert Parker, but they're a little skittish about it. You're right with the Barbarian, definitely actually wants to play him. We know who the snazzier dresser between the two is, but it doesn't matter what you're wearing as long as there's a belt around your waist.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us here today. Make sure that you hit a like, do the comments, do the whole thing. Go on over to twitch.tv/
do the likes and hit the comments.
We have Star Wars
tournament
and then Twitch going on there. We're going to have some other content after the Star Wars tournament is all over, so make sure you start following us over there today. For Mark, Baby Carrots Ellis, I'm Christian Harloff. See you next time.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So,
bracket intact.
Yep. Bracket's still good.
Unlike the Star Wars tournament.
Yeah. We're not breaking brackets over here yet.
Yeah. So, if you're familiar, if you've been watching our live reactions that we do to the Star Wars tournament, we don't have the bracket fully, completely filled out yet. We like to judge based on who gets through that first round. Then we pick our people who are going to make it to the next round after that. I think that's the way I like doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like just trying to project who's going to make it all the way now. I like going as we go.
Yeah, because if the bracket breaks, then you're like, oh, well, okay, well. Nothing that we say or do matters anymore because it's already broken.
I like to refresh it and have a chance at being correct again upon new information being given.
Yeah. So, yeah, Barbarian wins this one. Fantastic match. Again, I'd like to see more from Adam Hlavac in the future.
Yeah.
What I would like, this is one of those things, and I kind of thought about this with us, is would it be funny if, like, before his next time he plays, if he has thoroughly immersed himself in Middle-earth.
Lord of the Rings.
And nobody knows it.
That's
and
the way
the
to
next
do it.
time he comes in and they're like, yeah, opponent's choice. Oh, give him Middle-earth. And he's going to be like, oh.
No, please, stop. Don't do it. No.
Yeah.
Oh, for the love. Oh, gosh. No.
Yeah. That would be fantastic.
I would love to see that because that's a good example of somebody who knows how the game is played and knows how to strategize. It only works for one match because what's going to happen is you get that. He nails Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth, all that, and then everybody knows not to give him that ever again.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's at least one match that gives you a leg up, and you play these one match at a time.
Yep.
Until you play it and you win it, and then Sam Levine pops in and says, you know what, I'm going to play you. Then you play it 2 matches at a time in that case.
Yeah, that's true. That's a throwback. Good
Yeah.
job. Yeah, definitely want to see more from Adam. His career in the Schmoedown obviously is not over, but Barbarian trying to make a play for that Rookie of the Year status. He's got to go through Parker and possibly Goddard at some point also.
Mm-hmm.
That match should happen. But like I said before, Goddard right now is pretty much the front runner at the moment. But it's anyone's game, and definitely eager to see where Barbarian ends up going into this next match that he'll be in. So.
Anyways, that's going to do it for this reaction. Make sure you go over to the Schmoedown Entertainment Network. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all their good stuff over there. You can also follow them on Twitch TV. Make sure you like and subscribe to them, however the Twitch thing works. Still don't know, but go do what you need to do at Twitch and help them out over there. Hop on their Patreon. Again, like he said, you get these matches early if you're on the $10 tier or higher, but choose the tier that's right for you, that's good for your pocketbook. Helps them out any way they can.
Yeah.
As for us, make sure you follow us. We are on Twitter and Instagram at CineFanaticsMLP. Come join us Tuesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Central Time for the tagline. As of right now, we are also live streaming the reaction to the Star Wars match, which we're currently about to film one here in a couple of hours.
Yep.
Because this is Wednesday night when we're recording this, so we're going to do it tonight. So that's a lot of Schmoedown for us. So come back, watch those as we're doing those. Of course, by the time you see this, it'll be Thursday, so we've already done it. But anyways.
Come back next week.
Yeah, so come back next week for the one next week. This coming Friday, tomorrow, essentially, I guess, depending on when I actually get this out, we will be doing the reaction to Brandon Hannon versus Saul on the Innergeekdom tournament. Might be live stream, might not. Who knows? We'll talk about it some more in front of you.
You'll know by the time this video is out. We'll probably have already made that decision, and you'll actually know if you're following us on those Twitter handles.
Yeah, or subscribing to us. Subscribing to us is really easily done. All you got to do is hit the button down below or hit the subscribe button.
No, don't do it yet. Don't throw it up to the subscribe button just yet. We have a Patreon that people need to go hop on.
Oh, that's right. We do have a Patreon.
We're doing all sorts of fun stuff on our Patreon. It's patreon.com/thecinefanatics, and you can jump over there. We have a $1, $5, and $10 tier. That $10 tier is going to get you a movie watch along this month. Last month we did Iron Man. This month we're doing
The Stuff. We will be watching The Stuff, which is a great B-horror movie. Joining us for that will be Tim Franco. So this is going to be a good watch along. You will want to see this. Even if you haven't watched The Stuff like him, he hasn't seen it. This might be a good way to watch it with a lot of people that enjoy the movie, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm eagerly awaiting this one.
It's going to be some stuff.
So that will be happening very soon. So make sure you hop on our Patreon as well. Are we good?
Yeah.
So hit the subscribe button right there above his head. Over here off to the side are a couple other videos that we've made. And as always,
my mind on my hobbits and my hobbits on my mind.
Later.
See ya. Bilbo Baggins.
No bag.